Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So I've always beat a dead horse and said some of the best photos that we've received for UFOs have been from, I believe, the 1940s up until about the 1950s, maybe early 60s and stuff, which is what you're seeing right here. And then some of the best video footage that we've received, I believe, is going to be from the 80s and possibly early 90s. This was something that was taken in the mid 90s here, but I want to show you a quick video clip of something that was taken in Mexico City. So let me quit my yapping and let this play.
Aquí lo tengo. ¿Qué pedo? Se ve poca madre.
No lo creo, güey, no mames.
Se ve perfecto.
No mames.
Se ve perfecto.
Güey, no,
Órale.
Puta, estás grabando, cabrón, no mames.
Sí, está un poquito prendido.
Puta madre.
O sea, se ve
Ve esa madre,
padrísimo.
¿Qué pedo,
bárbaro.
cabrón? No mames, ¿qué? O sea, no es un avión esa madre, ¿qué pedo? No mames, cabrón.
No lo veo.
So slowing this down just a bit, at first when I saw this, I was skeptical myself, but looking at some of the stuff I'm going to present to you guys, this is going to be more accurate than a lot of stuff that we see today. We know that today we can do a lot of faking. People can do all kinds of stuff with their cell phones. But you guys see how the craft seems to be a little bit unstable as it's flying behind these buildings. And remember, this was in 1997. Bob Lazar did mention certain things about some of these craft that he worked on when they're in, I think he called it the Delta configuration, how they're unstable at a low flying speed. And this proves his point right there with this one. And then trying to look at this a little bit closer and then trying to just freeze a couple of frames of it, you can clearly see that this does have a saucer shape to it, as you see there. Typical UFO flying saucer shape that you guys see right there. Doesn't look too much like some of the stuff that some of the people have reported, but we do see that this does have a saucer shape to it. And as it's flying through, I think this right here is going to be another one of the money shots, as I call it here, where you can somewhat identify it a little bit better and looking at the shape of the craft. And then from this point, the craft continues on. It flies behind the building. Then it kind of flies up. Then it's going to fly more over to the right. I'm just tripping off the unstableness of the craft. Just proves that Bob was always right on that. And there were several witnesses that saw this as well. Now, this was taken in 1997, so there were people that talked about what they saw. From children, there was about, I think, over a dozen witnesses, to a business guy who said he was walking down the street and he something caught his eye, which was this, and he pointed where he said it was kind of unstable as it was flying and stuff, and he talked about it briefly there. And then there was a lady who also saw it, who took a photo of it, but she said when she got home, she realized, she had a short sleeve shirt on, that she had a tan line around where her shirt was being exposed to the craft. And then she took a photo, and this photo I'm going to show to you is a pretty clear photo of the craft. You guys can see that there. Now, like I said, this is in 1997 of this. And if you look at this a little bit closer, I know some of you guys are pausing your screen and looking at this. I'll try to zoom in. You can see what seems to be somewhat of a hole or something in the front of this craft, as you guys see right there. Not sure what that is and what that's about, because like I said, we don't really know how a lot of these things work, because we can speculate, but we really don't know. But there's been people, as far as in 1997, I gotta stress that took this video and did a couple analysis on it to try to determine what was going on with it, with the technology they had back then. So people were taking in, they were trying to look at it, and they did see that there was a distortion around the craft. And you guys can see they were pointing that out there. And they were trying to bring it in. But this, what I'm going to show you here, is going to be very interesting, because you can see the craft a lot better, as far as it seems like it's kind of rotating there. You see that there? So don't know if it was just unstable. Like I said, Bob Lazar did mention that these craft are unstable at kind of a lower or a slower speed. But if you look at this a little bit closer, you guys can see this here. I've tried to slow it down a little bit more. You can clearly see that this craft is going in a looks like to be a clockwise motion, but it's definitely seems like it's having a little trouble flying at a slower speed. So put your comments down below what you guys think about this. This is pretty interesting, especially when you go in and you try to change the colors and you enhance some stuff. You can see the craft, in my opinion, a lot better compared to the original video, which you see here. And then for it to go behind the building, pretty interesting. So put your comments down below what you guys think about this. I thought this was something interesting, and it deserved a second, third, fourth, 20th look so that people can see this and actually see what's going on and put their comments down. You guys may have heard about this, so put that down below what you think about this. So, and stay tuned because I have a lot more coming on the channel. I'm trying to dig up some of these old photos, and I'm trying to go in and enhance these photos to where I'm either gonna lighten or darken the background so we can see more of a shape of what's going on of a lot of these old UFO photos that I kind of have in the archive. Even stuff with the Phoenix light. Trying to take some of these photos in. I'm going to do some photo enhancing to see if we can kind of get some shapes from this. So don't forget to like, guys, subscribe, comment, and stay tuned for the next video. I appreciate you guys watching.